Hi guys, my name's Courtney Neenan and I am a coach in the Fit Life tribe. So, what's up? So glad that you came here and you are watching this. The point of this video is to explain why a morning routine is so important in everyday life, but even more so important during the time of living and during a crazy pandemic. Okay. Um, so, Normally when we are not living in a pandemic, we get up, we go to work, whether we're a stay-at-home mom or dad, or we actually leave our house and go to a physical job. It's so important to kind of have a morning routine because hello, we have to get up and kind of get ourselves in gear. But even more so now that we're living in a pandemic, our lives are so chaotic and we really are living in a time of unknown for the most part. We don't know what's going to happen. So it's so important to kind of establish time for you and yourself before everything else gets crazy. So what I'm going to do is I am going to explain kind of how I do things and things that I've learned along the way, and hopefully some of the tips and tricks and things that I mentioned can help you in your life. Okay. So, first off, like I said, it's so important to set a morning routine or set a routine for yourself, especially in the morning because you're setting your intention for the day. So, how many times have we woken up, we hit snooze way too many times, and we're rushing, right? Been there, done that, right? So, I feel when I wake up like rushed, I feel very chaotic and I feel that my day is always one step ahead of me. I never can catch up. So, Rachel Hollis said something in a podcast, I think months and months ago. I can't even remember the initial podcast, but basically, she said in her podcast that when you hit snooze on your alarm in the morning, you're already breaking a promise for yourself and you haven't even gotten out of bed yet. And when I heard that, I was like, OMG, I'm never hitting snooze again because when I'm working, I'm part of the 5 a.m. club. I wake up, I'm really part of the 4:30 a.m. club. I wake up and I'm like working out by 5 a.m. And occasionally I would hit snooze and I was just like, oh my God, I'm already breaking a promise to myself. I already set out my clothes, I set stuff up, and here I am like, no, let me take 8 or 9, 10, 15 more minutes to sleep. No. So I stopped hitting snooze and immediately I felt better. So stop hitting snooze. If you know you're not going to get up at that time, set your alarm for a different time. Don't start your day with a broken promise because that's just no way to start your day. So what I do, and I've really gotten into the habit of it in the past couple of months, is like book ending my days. And Darren Hardy is the author of like the Compound Effect. He is the creator of the Success Club magazine. Hello. And he was the one that originally said bookend your days. So that's kind of what I have started. So he has a morning routine and a night routine because what he said, which is so true, he says that you can't control a lot during the chunk of your day. Hello, pandemic. Okay. But what you can control is your morning routine and your nighttime routine. You can control those two times in your life, and you basically create routines or mini habits that become like ingrained in your mind. And your mind and your body, they just do them and it becomes part of your daily routine. So first off, for me, I wake up, now that I'm working from home, I wake up at 6:30. I wake up, I have to walk my new puppy, so make sure I get up on time now. I wake up and I take him for a walk. When I come back inside, I will have a hot glass of tea or a hot cup of tea because I don't drink coffee. I will have my tea and I will do my Start Today journal, which Rachel Hollis is the creator of. I love her journals. I also did the daily 5-minute gratitude journal that I got off Amazon, but I finished the journal and I was just like, I'm not doing 2 journals right now. So I do my Start Today journal, which is like gratitude every day. I start my morning with 5 things that I am grateful for and 10 dreams that I want to happen, but I write them as they already have happened. And then I just focus on one goal because focusing on one goal makes it that much more realistic, and all my energy and focus goes into that. So I'm not squirrel braining everywhere and like half assing my goals. So once I get that goal done, I have the momentum and then I go to the next one. So while I'm drinking my tea, I write in my journal and I, tell myself some daily affirmations. I usually pull a daily affirmation card from the I Am cards from the Bar Blend program that we did. But then I'll also like write stuff or be thinking of it as well. After I do my start today journal, I will grab a book and I will read for a little bit. Depending on the day and the time that I have, I might read a little longer some days, and then some days I might read a little less. I've begun reading both professional development books and personal development books at the same time. So instead of doing like banging out one and then going to the next, I'll read like a couple of pages or a chapter in my professional development book, and then I'll read a couple of pages in my personal development book. So currently, finishing up The Compound Effect from Darren Hardy, which he's just a genius. And I am reading Being Boss. And this is kind of just like, this is more personal and this is more professional, even though they're kind of both a little bit professional. But the Being Boss, the way it's like written, I just feel it's more personal. Also, just a couple of things. I actually just finished this one, and this was personal. Good Vibes, Good Life, How Self-Love is the Key to Unlocking Your Greatness by Vex King. If you haven't read this, get on Amazon right now and friggin' order it. It was phenomenal. There were so many lessons and things that spoke to my soul that I was like, yes, I need this. So though that's like one of my top personal books, and it's like become like a Bible to me. Like I will go through it all the time. Also, Own Your Everyday by Jordan Dooley. This is very Rachel Hollisy. So Rachel Hollis books and this one are great for personal development. If you are struggling with, body image, life, mindset, she and Rachel Hollis are people to read. So those are some books. I have a million others. If you want, just shoot me a message. But yes, I read my PD. And then I will look at my calendar and kind of figure out like what I have for the day. I'm a teacher, so I'm teaching from home. I have to figure out what times or what conferences I'm having for that day because I have my time allotted. I do a power hour with Beachbody Babes at 9, from 9 to 10 a.m. I work out by like 10:15, 10:30. And then by 11:30, 12, like quarter of 12, I'm on the computer teaching because I have set office hours. So my morning is pretty scheduled. And then I get on my phone. I get on my phone after I read the professional and personal development books because by that point I'm like, okay, I focused enough on me. It is now time for me to kind of get into the world because I'm about to start my power hour. I eat breakfast and then I'm starting my power hour and I need my phone to do business. So that's when I start checking in and, seeing what I need to do for the day. It's really important to take that time for yourself in the morning because I've noticed that when I don't do my morning routine, I feel off. If I even stray a little bit and like miss a power hour here or, don't do affirmations or my start today journal, I feel on edge and I feel that my day is not my day. I feel like I'm a step behind, which I said earlier. And then I go through my day. Obviously, crazy stuff comes up. We don't know what's happening with coronavirus. We don't know what's happening when we're at work with business calls, meetings, things pop up, emergencies happen with kids, family members, whatever the case may be, stuff happens. We can't control that. But I've already established a routine early for myself in the morning so that when that crap hits the fan during the day, I've already set my intentions and I feel grounded to deal with what's coming at me. Okay. I go through my day and then by the end of the day, I basically have my sweet dreams routine. Darren Hardy in Compound Effect talks about cashing out because he worked in the food industry. But for me, I look at it as reflections. How was my day? How was I, like I kind of rate myself. How was I with my business? How was I with my family? How was I with myself? How did I feel? Was I anxious during things? Was I consistent with my day and my routines, right? And then I kind of think about what needs to be done for the next day. Did I, miss something for whatever the case? Like, did I miss, did I have to reschedule a meeting, or did a kid, like one of my students, have to reschedule something because they couldn't figure out whatever, or they need help, whatever the case may be. So I kind of figure out what needs to be done for the morning. And then I will write in my journal as like reflections. I do a reflection because A, it helps with my anxiety, and B, it's a way for me to just like vent and get out all those thoughts, like a brain dump, onto paper. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It is all over the place. But it's just a way to get stuff out, and I feel better with it. And then I like to read at night. Yes, I will Netflix and chill or watch reality television. But I don't do it as much now that I have routines. I like to read a personal or professional development book before I go to bed, because it is proven that when you are sleeping, your mind processes the last piece or last pieces of information that your brain received. So I like to, read something good, before I go to bed. This is huge because then I wake up and I'm like refreshed, motivated, and ready to go. One thing that I've begun doing in my mornings and added to my morning routines is like top 3 things that I want to accomplish that day. So I ask myself, if I can only accomplish 3 things today, what do I want to accomplish? And I ask myself, what are the top 3 things that I want to accomplish today that are going to help me with my business, with my goals, with me as a person? So I think, if I get this done, am I going to be that much closer to my goal tomorrow? And if the answer is yes, then I need to do that. And if the answer is no, then maybe I don't do it that day. Maybe there's other things that will get me closer to my goals than that specific item would. So huge, huge things to establish routines, because when you establish your morning and your night routines, you can start and end your day strong. You don't want to start your day and end your day in chaos and, disheveled, like not being able to catch up. You want to start and end your days strong and in control, so that you feel grounded and that you feel in control of your day, and that you can continue this routine and these rhythms. So hopefully that was helpful. Make sure you have a routine. If you have one, let me know. I'd love to hear it. If you have things that you do differently, let me know, because I'm always willing to, I'm open to learning new things. Maybe one of like a piece of your routine would benefit my life and my goals. So I would love, love, love to hear your morning routines, your night routines, anything. So hopefully you found this helpful and you can apply this to your life, to your business, and let's rock it. So have a good day, guys.